Alright, so this is going to be a what's in my tech bag video. Normally when I'm out recording or shooting photos or whatever, I like to come home and do all the editing stuff here. But if I know I'm going to be out for longer than expected, or maybe I'm traveling, then I'll take a bag with me that has all the gear, all the stuff that I need to do all the editing, shooting photos, filming, all that stuff. So this is a bag that I like to use. This is a Tomtoc laptop bag. Now this is marketed as like a laptop bag, even though this is more of a backpack. It should be marketed as a backpack because it has so many nice features that backpacks have. Like this straps here, for example, remind me a lot of the airbags straps because they're nice and thick. The interior has mesh, very padded, really comfortable. I've thrown this on with all the stuff that I normally carry and it's extremely comfortable to use. I'm not going to overload this, so I don't really need the little chest strap in the middle, but so far the straps have been amazing. The back panel here also has padding mesh, so it's very breathable. It has a luggage pass-through. The outside is like a polyester nylon, so it's not waterproof, but it is water resistant. So if you get some sprinkling or whatever, you should be fine. The only downside that I don't like about this bag that it should have, especially it being called like a laptop bag, is the AquaGuard zippers or the water guard zippers. I know I did a video on the sling bag that Tomtoc has, and that did have the water guard zippers, but this does not. Instead, you have YKK zippers, which are really nice. They're really easy to open, but I would have rather them use the AquaGuard. I'm sure that would have brought the price point of this bag a little bit higher, but it would have been a little bit more of an appealing bag to get. Not even the laptop area here has that AquaGuard. So 80 bucks for this bag, and because it's like a 2-year-old backpack on Amazon, it's constantly going on sale. I've seen it for as low as like $65, and with the quality, the materials that they use, these grab handles here are extremely soft nylon with padding inside, so they're extremely nice, and there's one on the side as well, so you can hold it from the side if you wanted to. To get into the bag, I'm just gonna go over what I keep on the two front pockets here, because you do get two. So this bottom one does have two little organization pouches, so one on each side. Inside of the main pocket, I do have sunscreen, because if you're out filming, recording, or whatever, I like to keep sunscreen because it's just really nice to have, especially in the summer. And then on the left hand side here, which is going to be the second pouch, I do have that Fujifilm X1/2 camera that I just picked up. It's been a really fun camera to use, so I like to keep that in there in case I just want to shoot photos once we're done or in between shooting video. On the other side, I have a Nintendo 3DS. In between shoots or whatever, I want to throw this on. I'm still trying to pass Soul Silver on this, so I'm working on it. It takes me a long time because, you know, doing other stuff. And then it does have a key lanyard, but I have this Surefire Sidekick light in case I lose something or I want to signal somebody or whatever it is. I have this in here and it won't go anywhere, and if I really wanted to, I could just take it off and use it in my pocket. This top pouch, same thing, opens up a little wider, but it has two pencil style like pouches, and then two smaller pouches on the side. I have an SSD, so this is, I think this is a 500 megabyte T5 Samsung SSD. I have this aperture light. These are another one of my favorite lights that I like to use. Just thrown in the pouch, I have a Manfrotto tripod. Kind of swivels, it's really nice. It can handle my A7C II. I have some earbuds that I can use for editing. These don't have any lag or anything like that, so I can edit videos and sound perfectly fine with these. Some mints. Then an extra battery for my Sony camera. On the other left-hand pouch, I do have this external battery, so this will charge my phone. I can have a cable here where I can plug in to any other camera that I need to charge, and since all my stuff is Type-C, I don't really have to worry about, you know, having multiple cables. I could just have one. And that's pretty much it for this pocket. Keep in mind, these pockets are extremely big, so I can add more things to them, but I don't like to overload any of my bags. I kind of hate doing that. On the rear pocket over here, I do have my big ol' 16-inch MacBook Pro. So this is another reason why I like this bag a lot. So if you have a 13-inch MacBook, completely fine, or a smaller laptop, but I like to edit on this massive computer, right? It's just way easier to edit. I have a bigger screen. It's way faster than my other laptop that I had before. I needed a bag that will carry this laptop, and not a lot of small bags do that. So this one luckily does, and it fits perfectly fine in there. The inside pouch of this has a fake or a false bottom, so it's completely padded. So the bottom will actually lead up to here, and you have this much room left of padding so that your laptop is really protected. The interior is made out of like this soft material, And it also has another padded divider in between your laptop so that you can actually carry maybe an iPad or a laptop and iPad. So that is extremely nice. Another nice feature that this bag has that a lot of cheaper bags in this price range do not have. So on the outside here, you do have a water bottle holder. I don't like it. I feel like it's too short, so the water bottle doesn't feel like it's secure. What I saw videos of people using it is that it does have a pass-through here. So there is a pass-through where you can put a external battery inside and then have the cable come out and then maybe throw your phone in here and charge your phone while it's in this little pocket here. What I'll use this pocket for is probably going to be like my backpack rain cover. So I'll throw this in here, and then if I get weather, it starts to rain and I can't find any cover, I could just throw that bag over my backpack and protect all my stuff from the water. Now it does have the two handles up top here. I don't really care for these so much. I do like the side one. For these, I don't really care, but still, they're made out of that nice soft nylon with the padding inside, similar to the airbag that I have. That's like $250 bag. If I get into the main compartment, I wish this bag opened as a clamshell, but unfortunately it just opens halfway. This here does hold my camera, which I'm recording with right now. I throw this in here and I put this at the bottom of my bag, and it's completely protected because the bottom does have some padding as well. This is where I keep all my cables, which is not a lot because like I said, everything that I have is a Type-C, so I don't have to have multiple cables. The only extra cable that I have in here is going to be for my Apple Watch. I do have another big thick Type-C to connect to a wall outlet if I really need to, using this Anchor wall adapter. And then I have this here. This is another one of my favorite products. This is from Small Rig. It's an SD card reader. I will attach an SD card. Here I have one of my faster SD cards. I'll throw it in here, and then I'm able to record ProRes on my phone because this attaches to the back like that, and then I could just plug this in to the bottom of my phone. So I really like using this so that I don't take up the space on my phone, and all the stuff that I record in ProRes will be in this SD card, and then I just take this SD card, throw it in my laptop, and I'm able to just, you know, record and do all that stuff without having to airdrop any of my footage to my laptop. Does that make sense? It also takes micro SDs, so this is a really nice little tool to have with you. It is about $15 for this though. It's not that expensive for the functionality that this brings to the table when you're recording and filming. This bag is from BagSmart. Like I was saying earlier, I don't like to overfill my bags because I like to have extra room. So that's all I had. I would have my camera down here and then the BagSmart pouch inside, and that's it. I have all this room that's extra, so I could throw in a jacket, additional stuff. I need to carry something for a friend, I can put that stuff in here with no problem. It does have another pouch inside, so you could throw a water bottle in there or maybe an external battery. This is the area that I was talking about that you do get that pass through, so if you want to attach external battery with a cable that leads out, you can do that, and then you can charge all your devices in this little pouch here. Back here, this is where I normally keep my Rode mics as well as my Tascam recorder. So this will be in here. And then if I have other microphones or anything else, I throw it in here. This is my audio pouch here. This is an orange one. And then I use a yellow one, similar to this one, for all my lighting and aperture lights and stuff like that. But that one will go back here. And then finally, you do get this pouch right here in the front. In here, I put all my action cameras and additional microphones for those action cameras. So this is my DJI Osmo Action 5. I have it in this little pouch here to kind of further protect it from getting scratches while I wait for those screen protectors to come in. I also have 3 batteries for that, or 2 extra batteries, one in the camera for that Osmo Action 5. I have a DJI microphone just chilling in there. And then I have another one of my favorite cameras, the Insta360 GO S. So that's going to be it. That's everything that I carry. So if you're interested in this bag, I'll link it down below. Again, this is like a 2-year-old bag. So you guys have probably seen this one way or another on the internet. But for me, it's relatively new and I really like it for the price. So yeah.